Let's do one person with the clap for the sing. So just a real loud clap so I can see it easy. Perfect. All right.
Lost, what felt like it all in a game. Every man I've measured out to hurt me before I could ever feel safe. Great for our union. Would you die?
Thank you very much for checking out.
Hell yeah, we're coming at you, boys. Sorry. Oh, shit.
Another video. Nah, whatever. Okay.
That worked.
We'll do it again. Here we
That
go.
worked. Okay.
I forgot there's a camera, so.
Yeah.
Thanks for checking out another video here on Dimension Shift Studios. Today we're going to be trying something new, a podcast of unknown name. My name is Jimmy Prescott.
Fucking joking.
I'm Kyle Conway. He's shy. You can do it.
And I'm Alex, but they call me Big Daddy.
And they call
over
me
here.
Cameron X. Nice to meet you.
All right. Off to
We're
a
sitting down with a couple of my
fantastic
best friends here. Did they say their names? I wasn't listening.
start. You blacked out the entire time. Was that only like a
Oh,
second?
you had to do the camera pause. Like, over to you, John. Well, thank you.
Ah, shit. So the premise of today's show is a simple one in theory. Much more difficult in practice. We are going to attempt to come up with a name for this podcast. It could go off the rails immediately. It could be boring as shit. Just stick with us.
It's not for you.
Folks.
It's for us.
That's right.
Yeah, this is for our own personal enjoyment.
Now, I'm curious though. Do we want to dive straight into this, figuring out the name for this podcast, or do we want to maybe intro ourselves, like what we've been up to the last week or so?
See if the name kind of reveals itself.
Yeah, or
As we go.
just so people know who 3/4 of this podcast, who they fucking are. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's a thing.
I vote Jimmy goes first.
Jimmy should probably go first as
well,
person of the channel,
I suppose.
head honcho.
Wait, before we go, like, who here has actually given thought into the podcast so far? Like,
I definitely.
I
me.
have a single name.
I have a note on my iPhone. I'm the only one here using iPhone. Thank you, Steve Jobs. That has 3 names in it. So I feel like I got a winner in there.
I have 2 names. You're all gonna fucking hate them. So
Okay.
that's my goal.
I've got a name, and it's not that great. I don't know. I had a few names.
Hell
but
yeah,
they're
the
all,
hot content is already rolling off the press.
They're
I mean,
all taken.
If we're gonna jump, it sounds like we're maybe gonna jump into this right away.
Well, I say we have to do the intro.
Yeah, the intro. All right, let's do that then. Jimmy, what
Alright.
have you been up to this last week or so?
Just nothing much. I just saw Star
Good answer.
Wars,
Okay, sorry.
the 8th episode. I've been just working, going home, watching TV.
Now, I have a question right
Not
off the
much.
bat.
Yeah.
What'd you think about the Kevin Spacey cameo? Did you think that was in bad taste?
It was just enough for me to remember why I love him as an actor.
That's probably bad. It's
But-
probably not the right answer.
But,
'cause of Brave.
bad things, whatever.
But what'd you think of the movie? I know you're a big fan.
I thought it was good. I just don't want to say much because... Whatever.
Our first spit take.
Nothing.
Okay, good.
It was
I
the
thought I heard
funniest
something.
joke. You will never know.
Alright, sorry. You like Star Wars.
Alright, so general opinion, without giving away anything, I thought the 7th movie was better. And I know a lot of people will probably be disappointed by that statement alone, because the 7th movie wasn't received very well, was it?
Just to be clear, though, you think numbers 1, 2, and 3 are the best out of all the Star Wars.
The
He always,
prequel movies?
Yeah.
Number 2 is his
Yeah,
favorite.
the
He said it many
that's
times.
number 2 for
Something
sure.
about the sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got on your
Best
episode 2
scene
socks
I've
right now. I
ever
see.
made. I don't know. People were saying that this movie was supposed to be like the best movie since The Empire Strikes Back. I don't know what that is supposed to mean, but I would definitely.
Did you think Empire Strikes Back was the best Star Wars movie before? Right now is at the top of the list?
No, I would probably put 4, 5, and 6 together.
That's not an option.
Yeah, I don't think you
wouldn't
can do that.
choose
You
one
can't
of those
fucking do that.
specifically to be like, yes, this was definitely.
You like
better
them all
than the
equally?
other
Is that
two.
what you're trying to say?
Exactly the
Okay.
same.
They're
You're-
all number 1.
That,
I
to
would
me,
say
that says
they're
your
great.
heart rate did not. You watched all 3 in a row. Your heart rate did not change. Like,
Yeah.
At no
it was
point.
a steady clip.
just-
It was an endurance run for you.
Yeah. It's like,
It was high the whole
that
time.
you really enjoyed, at least.
Yeah, so there were definitely parts of this movie which revealed more information that we were really wanting. There are other parts that made you real teary if you had a heart for some of the characters. But I would say as a whole, there were definitely several Disney moments in this movie. And by that I mean like cheap, dumb moments that you were like, why did they even put that in?
Like Marvel type moments?
What would be considered a legendary movie 20 years from now, they made cheap in several ways. And it was just like, why are you doing that?
So I think you're right getting to it. Were they joking too much?
Yeah, and it was cheap jokes.
It's like
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy style jokes.
Guardians of the Galaxy jokes, the second one I just watched.
I do like
it's,
Guardians.
it's a great movie.
I really enjoy the movies.
Yeah.
I like Guardians pretty alright.
I
Chris
think
Pratt, A
Guardians
plus
of-
work.
Are you saying there's a time and a place for those jokes, and it wasn't?
I think Guardians of the Galaxy does it well. Because they prepare, such as, I just watched the second movie, and jokes like this isn't ripe thing, like the fruit, and everybody's referencing that the fruit's not ripe. The person finally eats it and is like, this isn't ripe. Kind of finishes the joke. And it's stupid, but it's very well done. There's build-up. There's parts of this movie where you're just like there's no build-up to it. You could tell they were doing it just to be like, oh, kids are going to be watching this, but like, there's no precedent to that. They're like, the other movies were serious pretty well the whole way through. You know what I mean? Like, there was no just stupid quip.
I had an issue with the 7th one for that reason, though.
Yeah, that they had kind of just like.
I actually just mentioned it to Cameron, but like Finn, I thought that was a super cool idea for a character, a stormtrooper that kind of breaks his conditioning, and then trying to deal with that, and then instantly, within like 5 minutes of him like taking the helmet off, he's blasting all his stormtrooper buddies to death and just making like one-liner jokes like just like that.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing. They did nothing with the character.
Like,
It's just like
yeah,
this is how he
to
shows
develop
up.
it.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's probably true.
Did they actually make Phasma matter at all? The
little
silver
bit.
helmet?
I wonder if
Really?
they tried to do that to not steal away from Rey, because like Rey was supposed to be the dominant force in that.
I think you could do both.
Maybe. I mean, they didn't, but they could have.
Yeah.
They could have. Yeah, they developed Poe Dameron a lot more in this one. They focus real hard on
That's
him.
really what
I like
want.
Oscar Isaac. Yeah, he's good
Yeah,
shit.
and he's probably, of the three new characters, Finn, Rey, and Poe, he's the most focused on as far as character development in this one, I'd say, which is cool. But I don't want to reveal anything about how that happens. But
I feel like that guy's focus tested. I like Oscar Isaac. I've seen him in a lot of stuff, but his Star Wars look feels like focus tested to be like, fuck, he's cool. Like just constantly, like instantly likable.
True.
Not to take away from him,
But I'd say that the same thing that people would be upset about, the stupid joking in the 7th one, they did, but with the like legacy characters. So
Okay.
like the super important ones, and you're like, that's totally out of character for this person to have done that, and it made it stupid and cheap to make a joke. I felt that way several times. There was one scene of that movie I think is probably like, and even with the prequel, considered the worst scene in any Star Wars movie ever made.
Nah, come on, two.
It's
the
awful.
sand.
It's awful.
That's
you
from
might
you.
you might recognize it when you see it, but it was the most awful scene, and we could talk about it later after the movie has had a few weeks to cool off. I could specifically point out the scene that I'm talking about.
Disney's gonna block this shit so quick.
Keeping in mind that we disagree on some things in the movies,
Yeah.
do you feel like I'm gonna love that scene, or we're gonna be hand in hand
It's not
skipping
like-
and hating this thing?
I don't know. It depends what you're. I think that you won't like it.
Okay.
I don't know. There's a little bit of warrant for the scene to be there, but I think that it was a waste. And I think that what they did with a certain character was just like, that shouldn't have happened. Like, that was just dumb.
Do you like where the trilogy's going?
The new trilogy?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're 2 in now out of 3.
The
So
third, well, I feel like it's going to be more like a Sega that's going on forever.
yeah,
It's
there is the
Disney.
next one. Yeah.
But I really liked 7. Honestly, I really, really liked 7. I did not like 8.
We've had a lot of input here. 2 people have not seen this movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Or read a single thing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in the dark.
Yeah.
I've never seen Star Wars at all. So.
Really?
Oh, I
No,
thought,
I'm
I
just
thought,
kidding.
I
I'm just
thought
kidding.
What is?
I thought
why
that was
is
a
the swords
segue.
bright?
I need. Let's clarify something. We need to go around the table real quick. Did Han shoot first?
How?
That's the question that everybody wants to know.
Everyone.
No one's ever talked about
dying to know.
that. Yeah, everybody's.
My hot take. I don't give a shit.
Oh,
Whatever.
come on.
Yeah.
Wait, was that
I'm
your
glad-
hot take or Han take?
Oh fucking goddamn it.
He shoots and scores.
Anything else going on with you though?
No, well, yeah, it's been like a week and a half before I've even put anything on the channel, and in my little description it says that it's supposed to be daily content. Started out strong. I've been doing it for
Do you want
about
to
3.5
apologize to your
months.
fans?
I'm so
formally?
sorry. You know,
I didn't
whatever.
believe it.
Yeah.
personally.
Not compelling whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's been changing a lot as far as what content has been on there. Gameplay videos are a lot easier to do daily because the editing is a lot more simple and it's only like one person involved, so you kind of know what you're working with. Whenever you're trying to do like HeroClix podcasts or HeroClix content, there's a lot more research and stuff involved instead of just off the cuff speaking. So it's harder to do daily content that way, and that's why it slowed down a lot. And then in the past week, just kind of like a lot of stuff going on at work and stuff. Christmas, it's just complicating stuff. So
Cool stuff.
Hope you'd understand.
Cameron, you got anything going on this last week or so? Any cool stuff?
Plenty. Now, this is my umpteenth mention here on this channel. You've seen me before yelling things into the camera in the back of Jimmy's Philadelphia video. I know you all loved that. Please tell me you did. Thank you.
This is Dora the Explorer section of the podcast.
I much like Jimmy, have a similar interest in video games, and maybe more so in board games, not the literal board games, not the miniature games that Jimmy gets involved with. I'm not sure if he's mentioned those on the channel. I don't have fun with those. But play board games. I like to organize events with my friends. This coming weekend we have a Twilight Imperium event going on. We're going to get 6 people together, play the max number of players, and eat some lasagna. I also play various consoles. I play a PC, I play the PS4, I play Xbox One. Should we argue about which one's better right now?
There's not an argument really. It's
We're
PS4.
all very wealthy individuals who own
So we own every console.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I also have a Switch, which I think the console itself is a piece of fucking trash. The games are good.
2 games specifically.
2 games are good. You know, if you're
Oh yeah.
if
Arms, LA Noire.
if you're a gamer, I love that they're putting out those 7-year-old titles.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I had no way to play.
LA Noire.
Yeah, LA Noire.
I didn't get that for $5 on PC.
Yeah,
3 years ago.
That humble bundle. Yeah, the way that Nintendo treats their customers, I find gravely offensive. The prices they charge for their peripherals, I think, is fucking whack. The overall design of the console and the dock specifically.
Burns you up.
Yeah, it really does. It pisses me the fuck off. So you buy this $300 console, and then the dock feels like something you get at Family Dollar, and the kickstand falls over a light breeze, it's gone.
To be fair, it only fell over on us like twice on the airplane, which is a pretty good feat, I think.
No, it's not. It shouldn't have fallen over one time. How many times has your iPad fell over?
Well,
Fucking none.
My iPad was flat.
And your iPad doesn't even have a kickstand. Fuck it.
Thanks, Steve Jobs.
I have I don't know who the head of Nintendo is, but he needs to go fuck himself.
It's not Steve Jobs.
And it's not the previous guy, because he did.
Yeah,
It's whoever the new guy is. I forget his name.
Anyway, Shuhei Yoshida, he's doing it right.
I feel like that was less about you and more about why Nintendo is not doing great.
Yeah, I got most passionate about
That's a good introduction to Cameron.
Okay, and just to preface this is my first ever Nintendo console, and just out of the box, I didn't like it, but I really liked the games. I think I'm trying to diss Nintendo as much as possible, while respecting the games. So, I haven't done anything else. I haven't been gaming too much this weekend. Just really mentally preparing for this podcast. Mostly cleaning up this room so you can be in the shape that it is right now. Beautiful. And other than that, I think I'm just kind of taking it easy and just pounding it out a lot.
Hell yeah. Go you, man.
Just really nothing.
There goes the monetization. It's all gone.
No.
Yeah, I can't explain that one away.
Nothing going on here. Let's just say that.
Alex, anything new with you? Any new recent developments in life?
Oh, let's see. I only just moved back from California. So I was out there. I had my first drink of water in 2.5 years last week.
and that was refreshing.
You should have mailed it over there. It looks real bad over there right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys saw that Inferno video, but that was
Where the flames
I
licking at the
literally-
heels of the planes?
Yeah,
as you
I
pull it
literally
off?
drove through that area not a week beforehand, and then I get this video, and it's all up in flames, which can only mean one thing, that the stock and those prices of those houses is going way up. It's a hot commodity right now, if you will. So I'm back from California. I was dearly missed. They all cried almost every day, I think. They could have sent some of those salty tears for me to drink. I would have boiled out the salt. Let's see.
But I'm just picturing Alec as John Cusack in the movie 2012. But just everywhere he goes, just shit going bad right behind him. So
Yeah, I didn't see a single bear. And their California state animal it's a bear, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's on the flag. That's the only place I saw the stupid bear,
I mean,
which is pretty disappointing.
Weren't you pretty south though?
No, I was Central California.
Okay.
I mean, we don't need to point out to them that I wasn't in a great spot for bears. They should just be bears. Let's see what
Some
else.
city bears.
Yeah.
Cities looking bears.
if you're gonna be ballsy enough to put it on your flag, you need
Yeah.
to be around everything.
That's true.
In Florida, we have the palm tree on our flag.
And we do have
And
them
boy, do we got
Yeah.
palm trees
If the
everywhere.
cameraman could and would pan right, you would see probably palm trees out this window, if it was possible. And let's see here. So I'm back. That's great. I am growing out my beard in protest of being newly single. So if we continue this video segment, you're gonna just see this just keep going this way. Probably not this way so much. I'm gonna try to keep down in wraps, but I want to see where it goes. Much like this podcast, I'm just the beard, and I am all in for it.
Okay. All right. That's cool. I guess it's on to me then.
Sure.
If you want.
Yeah. So recent developments to me, Kyle Conway. How's it going? So I lost my job. That's a good one. Just to start off with.
So we need this money.
So we do
I
need the money.
I need to take back that nut and comment.
All that
because
Patreon money will be going
He
to
needs
me.
that cash, dude.
Well, I mean, some of us have been unemployed for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I know, but I like mine, so
Huh.
I think it should probably. Well, anyway.
And plus, my LaCroix water is kind of.
Getting into the,
Yeah.
the funds.
Yeah.
So I just recently got a whole lot of free time, and I don't know, like up until maybe a week ago, I think I played and finished one video game total
In the last how long?
in the year. I think it was just The Witcher
Yeah.
3. The last
That's
like,
quite the undertaking.
a day and a, yeah, it's a long game, but it's not that long. Last day and a half, I have completed. I've been catching up my backlog. There's gonna be a lot of recent titles you're gonna hear. I finished and completed God of War 3, so
Hell yeah.
that was actually okay. It was fine.
Were you playing that on the PS4? The
PS4, yeah, the remastered. I bought it for like $5, like maybe 2 years ago. I never got around to it. I also played Killzone Shadowfall.
The whole game?
Which was a launch title for the
The
PS4.
fuck would you do?
I didn't like that game very. Oh, I bought it.
There's a lot better games to play.
Yo, definitely. Yeah, agreed. There's some issues with it. Overall, it was okay. A 5 out of 10. There you go. And I've started and haven't finished. But I'm a decent way through Ratchet and Clank,
That's a great ass
which
game.
is very good. I
That's
very
a
much enjoy
good
that.
ass game.
Out of the three, I'm liking that one the most. And
It's a great looking game as well.
yeah, other than that, tons of free time. Literally not a lot going on. I may go for a run tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see.
You should come biking with me.
I thought you were
Yeah,
playing the
that's not
Twilight
long.
Imperium game.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah, I am doing that. I gotta watch that.
He's gonna run over.
I'm
He's
real
gonna-
busy, actually. I don't know if I can make it. But yeah, that's what's going on with me. And that's it, basically.
So do we want to address whether or not we're supposed to stare at the camera when we talk?
I don't think we have to. I keep doing it.
Me too.
I want to stop and not to offend people. I just don't want to look at this. I feel like a cam girl.
Acknowledge it every once in a while, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like you kind
Should
of.
we acknowledge like a moment of silence every
Yeah,
like
just
couple
like-
minutes, and then we just stare at the camera?
Yeah,
every 20 minutes.
You're kind of giving the fans like a little bit of like a here we are sort of like
Sure.
we're still here. We still care about
They
you.
get to look into your
We're not
eyes.
just
It
four
means
guys talking.
They know you're a human.
What if the fans are jerking off though? I don't know if I want to stare.
That made me
Maybe
more
they'll enjoy that
curious.
more.
Though that's my problem. I don't want to stare them in the eye. I don't want that.
I think.
Yeah.
I've already done it enough.
I think that's part of the fetish call. you
Yeah,
play.
it's
Yeah,
the idea
that's
that someone is
If-
You gotta
if-
please the fans.
That's how I make my millions. You're right.
Yeah.
the idea that someone is pleasuring themselves to your sultry, sexy voice
Yeah,
is pretty flattering.
Also gotta undo your top button there.
Yeah, please
I
get
am-
a
I
little
am
comfortable.
outside right now.
Yeah.
It is a hot room.
There we go.
Do we want to get into the naming? Figuring that
Wait.
out?
I think since this is our inaugural podcast
Yeah.
and it's almost Christmas, I think we should say something that we're thankful for.
I thought you were gonna say
I thought that was
sing.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah. It's
Do we do that in Christmas?
Yeah.
All right.
Happy Christmas.
Sorry guys. I guess I got my holidays confused.
Oops.
Fuck off.
It's different. You're 3 months behind. I forgot.
Yeah, I'm three months behind. It's just starting to rain there. I'm sure that's putting out some of the fires. Maybe.
You're gonna be pissed when you realize what happened to Kevin Spacey. Like it's all there's so much stuff that's happened.
Yeah, I still gotta wait 3 more
In
months.
your state too. You just don't know about it yet. Harvey Weinstein, bad guy. Don't trust him. But all right. We could say what we're thankful. I'm thankful for.
I'm thankful for Alex being back in town.
God,
So you don't have to cry
God, it's
anymore.
great to get the boys back.
God damn you. I was gonna say thankful for friends. You fucked that one up real bad.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't thinking anything meaningful really. I was gonna say I'm thankful for windshields because today I was fucking like first of all they always keep that wind off you, which is great.
That is
And
true.
then today I was driving home and this big ass rock, and I'm talking like sizable rock, smashes the windshield like right where my face is. So really, you almost got Alex back and then had him go away very quickly.
Yeah.
It would have been a roller coaster for y'all.
Okay.
So,
that's good.
windshields.
Destroyed the windshield on your car?
Yeah, there's a pretty good crack on it now. So
Dang it.
Did you drive like that?
Where'd it come
well,
from?
yeah.
Good.
What?
Good.
I was on I-4 and someone kicked up a rock and I said I got it. And
Like fielding ground balls out there.
yeah, it was a bouncer and caught. The thing
Cut it
was
on the one hop.
the irony of it is someone cut me off and I changed lanes angrily just to catch a rock.
Do you think that lesson learned?
No, I don't think so. I think that I should have stopped, got that rock, caught up to the person that cut me off, and tossed it out the old window.
Do you think that rock was meant for them? That they had like seen some Final Destination dream and knew to
Yeah.
cut you off?
Or maybe a little bit of a rival. Maybe they've decoded that language and
Oh.
Knew a rock was coming to kill him.
maybe spoiler alert there. It's a spoiler alert. 10 seconds ago.
Fucking circles.
I just
Go
caught
back
up
in
to a
time and
rival.
stop.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, on that line, I know Jimmy may disagree with this one, but I'm thankful for Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, ended slavery, and that was very cool.
God, Jim, that's your one flaw.
Yeah, I wish we could agree on this.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I'm just really thankful for that. All men are created equal, is what I think personally.
yeah.
We had
Take me back to that Liberty Bell.
very much like a coming to Jesus moment Jimmy had whenever he stopped saying the N-word
God damn it.
every morning over his breakfast cereal.
Just to be clear, this is not true. This is not true. I have nothing wrong with Abraham Lincoln.
I can neither confirm nor deny what they're saying. So
Well,
What are you thinking before, Jimmy?
I don't know. Hold on.
Good friends.
Let me think.
Hopefully, good friends. Yeah.
Was that already taken? Kind of?
I took it
Kind
out.
of.
I
You
took
said
I took
something
it out.
specific, so
yeah,
maybe
once
there.
someone is thankful for something, it can never be thankful
That-
right
That
now.
shit's taken
Yeah.
off the board after
Yeah,
that.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know. Jeez.
Nothing. Wow.
You live a dark life over there.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
extremely racist.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
thank
chose
you for that.
windshields, and they don't get a lot of love.
I don't
Yeah.
do much, so I'm not. I don't know.
What about doors? Doors are pretty
I
useful.
feel like you can only be. Yeah, that's true. I'm thankful for doors.
Yeah, can get in your house otherwise.
Both
And you bought a house.
metaphorical.
You wouldn't be able to walk
and-
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be unfortunate. Just buy a
Oh.
big fucking box.
Well, being more, I don't know, thoughtful, I guess. My job just had a lot of changes and stuff that have really turned out for the better.
Do you want to call anyone out?
Who
Just in case they're
specifically?
a fan?
Yeah.
I did just change supervisors to a much better supervisor and team.
Are you saying the last supervisor was shit?
She was not like mean or anything, but I'm
Just wasn't
happy to
your
not
wasn't
be
your
there
flavor
anymore.
of supervisor.
He was
That's
talking
right.
mad shit before this podcast came on, bro.
It made it real tough. I have a lot. Okay, so for example, we have a supervisor and then a team of 6 people. And anytime your supervisor sends you an email, you have to respond to it by the end of the day. So usually that's not an issue because they're like, oh, I do it by, send an email by 12 o'clock, you take care of it by 4:30. She sends emails like up until 4:24. for things that need pretty extensive follow-up, and if you don't have it handled and noted in your file within by the time you leave, so like end of business day for you could be 6 o'clock if you're doing overtime, then you get a downgrade. Basically, it would reflect on your personal file and stuff for what raises and stuff like that. Yeah, so crap like that just sucked because every day you'd have all this crap, and then she'd dip out at 4:30, and then you'd be stuck there till 6, and then she'd be nagging you about too much overtime the next day. It's like, my God, what am I supposed to do? So stuff like that was just awful, and the big changes recently have really helped to alleviate those annoying parts of work.
Nice.
So,
Cheers to that.
Yeah, for real.
yeah.
That's good stuff. So do we want to get this rodeo started off on this unnamed podcast?
Yeah, pretty much.
You were super into. Let's jump onto this.
27 minutes of useless content.
Well,
And now it's time for the real shit to go down.
Yeah, there's actual stuff. Well, I did kind of set something up, so it's not going to be a normal say the name and we'll go yay or nay right away. So I have these cards here with your initials on them, and I know I just said it's not going to be this, but there is a something like this. So basically, we're going to have a sort of bracket set up. So we're going to mention a few names. Certain names are going to make it to the next round. Certain names are not. You can flip over the cards to see. You don't have to keep it a secret. One is a smiley face. One is a sad face. Smiley face for what you want. Sad face for what you don't want. I also have these 4 S cards for special. 3 of these can override the whole vote. So say if you have a name that you really want to get to that next round, but no one else does, boom, you play that card. You can only use it once, and boom, it moves to the next round. One of these cards does nothing. So only 3 of us will have this power. 1 will be left out to dry.
Also, is there a certain round at which these can no longer be played? Is it like a?
down?
I think the last round, no.
Okay.
And I think I was gonna say we can play this to also cancel out another S card. I'm not sure if we want to do that though.
Are we
I
are
think
we
that
thinking
makes
we
sense.
go around in like a bracket system and say, like first bracket is
December
I
Madness.
Is it
think
name?
we do
Second-
1 round and we all kind of say our name, why we like it, and then we'll have 4
And then
there,
we vote.
and we 2 up.
Okay,
I think that's what we do, or we could do 1 up,
2 up.
or 1 up, or whatever. Just one.
But
winner
y'all
or
have
2
multiple
winners.
names, right? So
I got at least 2 that aren't gonna make it. So
good.
Yeah, I didn't really try super hard, so
I used to,
hopefully.
Are we able to use an S to? Well, I guess you'd have to, because why would you use it on somebody else's?
get the rule book out, Kyle?
Yeah, I get through.
Well,
Okay.
I'm just thinking like you state your own thing and you be like, yeah, this is the one I want to present, and then you use an S to push it through.
Well, I'd say wait, because there's multiple rounds. You don't want to just play it at the outset,
Blow your,
especially if
blow
they
your
don't
ass.
like it.
Blow your S.
Yeah.
True.
So you want to keep your S if you even have an S. Who knows?
Yeah.
So I gotta pass it out because you can definitely see which one's not gonna make it out of these 3. It's very. I can see that it's not a thick paper, so I'm gonna shuffle this until I'm
Just put it
confused.
under the table when you do it, right?
Under the, pass it under the table, and then okay, there you go.
And then it goes straight. Don't look at this shit. Put that straight on the table, because hopefully then the transparency of the paper will not be revealed.
All right, Alex, I want you to grab one of the 4. Just kind of feel around.
That's
for a
not my
paper.
hand.
I think
That's
we all
not
had a
Okay,
good
that's-
idea.
that-
All right, Jimmy, there's 2 left in my hand.
So I'm allowed to put this on the table
There
now.
it is.
I put it on the table and just covered it with my phone.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
Same.
All right.
There it is.
So now,
Did you look at it?
yeah, you can look at it and see who's who. Yeah, you don't have to.
Okay, so this could be a bluff.
Ooh, yeah,
Bluffing.
yeah.
It was a bluffing element.
I'll look at my card. All right. Yeah, if you don't want.
What was the bad? What was the bad signal
It's
again?
gonna be very obvious.
Okay.
Someone may know already. I think I know who got screwed, possibly.
No.
How?
Why was there poop on the back of mine?
So I think we should start with probably Jimmy for a name. So basically, suggest a name, why you picked that name, and then we'll move on.
The only name I arrived with today is well, it's kind of stupid, but it's all I got. Games for Glory. Reason being, a lot of the ones I was coming up with up to this point, I would look up and they were either taken or very, very similar to ones that were already taken. There are a lot of podcast names out there. So yeah, there it is. It's not taken.
I
Gets
don't
the
think
point
that
across.
is a good reason not to mention it here. It can go through the gauntlet, and like
Uh-huh.
if something happens, like we could just take that dude.
And just
Yeah, we'll buy him out.
Take
We
him
all
out.
have
Exactly,
large
there we
amounts
go.
of money. We'll take him to get him a check and say,
Podcast
hey,
court.
yeah, or podcast
go.
court. Assume we have the better content.
Yeah, it's.
You haven't put a video up in 3 years. We'll take
you know
that
what
name,
they say.
please.
First is the worst, second's the best.
Yeah, that's true.
But one thing for search optimization, I was looking at things of podcast name is one of the biggest things that should include what your content is about. Now, there's a good part about that if we talk about games, but then two, not completely confident what our general discussion will be about every time. So it might be too streamlined, so who knows? But that's my 2 cents. Games
I
for
would
glory.
think that it would be, of course, I think there's games involved. I think a lot of general knowledge, culture that you're going to be going through. I don't think you need to worry about people combing through Apple podcasts or whatever the fuck they call that shit.
Yeah.
With a fine tooth comb, only look like just like that super filter on, like only podcasts with the name games in the title.
Yeah.
So
I'm just surprised you guys think that people are going to listen to this.
that's the I guess I'm gonna say ironic, but that's not right. That's the silly thing.
Yeah.
That we're fucking worried about that.
Yeah.
It has someone chosen the unknown podcast. Maybe that should be just fucking
podcast NA or something like that. Yeah, that's all right. Not applicable.
Okay.
All right, Games for Glory. That's up for
Should we write that shit down?
I already have it.
Are we gonna remember?
Oh, I already got it. That's
Okay.
that's what I'm doing right here.
So is this the only round?
Now this is interesting.
Or-
I think
or
Yeah, we're
first,
gonna do this like the first
The
half.
first
I think we do
person should-
2 rounds.
you should
and then we'll work
change.
up from there.
right? We should go around. So like if Jimmy started first this time, maybe I should start next time.
Okay, yeah, I'm done with that.
So if Jimmy's got a better name in the chamber, he knows like if he gets like
Okay.
you right now, you could save your better name.
Yeah.
Like
Unless
if all of our names are shit, you could put forward your shit name too, and maybe
Okay.
so save your better name for a future.
Yeah, this was thought up maybe 30 minutes ago. So this is definitely fluid. It could change.
I got
feeling it out.
the Cinderella podcast name over here, so
Okay.
yeah, it's definitely a Cinderella story.
I better save all my good ones.
Yeah.
So maybe we should get the Google search finder out and see whether or not this is a taken name before we even bother
All right, I'm ready.
considering it. In keeping with the idea that this is not for one specific thing, and knowing that everyone comes from different backgrounds and would want to talk about different things, it is the General Application Podcast. Is that
General Application Podcast.
is that a taken one? I'm still putting it forward.
I'm
No
not
matter what.
seeing it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Fuck
I'm
it.
seeing a lot of links for Apple support. So
That I think for a genuine name, I think that's the best one I came up with.
okay, General Application Support, and that was more just 'cause
Hotline.
it's general,
We should have a hotline for sure. People can call in.
and we just never answer.
Yeah.
Just leave a message.
Yeah.
Like, hey, leave something. We're not gonna call you back, but whatever.
And you'd already have a line of merchandise with Gap, General Application Podcast.
There you go.
Hey, Gap sweatshirt.
There you go.
Good to go.
Easy sponsor.
We
There
already
you
got
go.
it.
They're all over this.
It was super
Oh shit!
comfortable.
Who's that calling?
Super comfortable jeans over here.
Yeah, I didn't know this shit was connected to the internet.
Is that still around?
Yeah.
Gap's still
Our
around.
arm on, 'cause
That
our
was like a closed thing now.
That's
It
just
was like a late 90s thing.
No, it was definitely odds for sure.
Yeah.
I got a Kinect game from Gap for free once.
That was old maybe.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
It was
God
Dan,
damn
it was
it.
Dance Central.
Another new sponsor. You can get them as well.
Yeah.
All right, general application or I said support. Fuck, Apple's getting me. General application podcast and Games for Glory is what we got currently.
Alright, so I'm going with my friend, and me.
Okay.
Just no, I'm not really doing that.
So I like that one a lot. Except you have to
It
add
was
another my friend.
super
my
original.
friend.
Super original idea there. No one's ever come up with that. We can put that on the back burner.
a lot.
God damn it, because that was right off the cuff too.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's a
actually
good
think of that. So I had the Goof Squad.
Ooh, Goose Squad. All right.
I don't
taken?
know if it's taken. I haven't Googled any of this.
Let's see. Goof Squad.
I vote for Goof Squad.
There's Goof Squad Gaming. Let's see.
Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them.
They don't have podcasts.
I don't think so. Well, actually, hold up. I did one word.
And if you guys
Oh,
like that one,
What about the Goof Troop from?
well, I do
Goof
have.
Troop also works.
I have a whole motif over here going.
Well, that shit's from Disney. Sorry.
And we got the Goon Squad, but not Goof
Well,
Squad. That I'm seeing. I think we're okay.
Okay, I'll lock that one in for now. I mean,
I'm coming in the second round with Goof Troop though.
well, I mean, don't do that because I have like 3 more Goof names.
Fuck. Is that one of them Goof Troop?
Yes. It's not really. It's not
I'm
really.
conflicted at this point. So I do have one that's pretty good that I just came up with, but I have so much garbage ones that you're gonna hate instantly. So I'm not sure which one. I think I'll use. Okay, so I have an idea for a podcast name. What do you, and don't let me explain it before. What about cream pie? Now hear me out. Now you mentioned SEO search before. Now think of how many people for various reasons.
You're right. We need the metrics. What is the most searched term?
Most search. I think cream pie. I not only think it's already big. I think it's gonna go up.
Well, and the holidays right around. Some people might actually be looking for a recipe.
Yeah, and I don't think.
What if we did not mother cream pie?
Yeah.
Not mother.
If we're very specific about what cream pie.
What about
we mean.
like grandma's?
Oh, or Little Debbie's cream pie is
Yeah.
what we should probably.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
We may get sued. Actually, we may.
No,
want
you
to
gotta. I'm thinking in similar vein. When you see those videos, you're not allowed to say like, "coming in mom's puss." You
definitely
actually
not. Every classy joint.
you have to say "coming in not mom's puss" because
Yeah, exactly.
it gets blocked by the incest filter.
While the image of the red circle
But
with
you-
the X through it.
But you know,
I just think it should be considered. We'll
what's
get,
let's lock it in. What's the exact wording?
just cream pie.
Okay.
The cream pie podcast. There will be an issue, I think, with early fans. We're gonna have to ask them how they found us, and that's gonna be interesting. They're either gonna be really into pastries or something else. So there is that. I would like to put that forward for the first round of cream pie. So we could do this one or two ways. We could do another second round for another 4, or we could vote on this one right now and see which 2 move up from this 4-person or 4 podcast name block.
I don't know.
Do you want to actually create a bracket, and we could come up with 16 names if we want, so 4 rounds of 4, and then kind
We
of
could do
head to
that.
head.
Can we come up with 16 fucking names?
I don't know.
I've tried really hard on the first
I have
one.
one more from then on.
Maybe not. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5, but I already gave out 1, and then a freebie with my friend, and
We
me.
could
Yeah,
just borrow
we can
some
keep
from
we
Alex.
should keep listing them. All right, so we can do the next round of 4. And do we want to start with someone different, like you wanted, Cameron? We can start with you if you want.
That's fine. Now, in thinking about the general idea of the podcast, I'm going to say it's another name with general now. We play a lot of board games. One of the greatest board games in the history of games, and Jimmy will agree with this.
Monopoly.
Monopoly. And that's
Followed
why
by Risk.
And that's why I wanted to name the next one Chronic Monopoly. That's the no. It would be the greatest game ever by many people's standards is Cosmic Encounter, and we've all had an incredible time playing it. Alex has played it how many times, Alex?
At least 4.
At least 4 times, and myself at least 6.
Unprecedented.
And if y'all don't know this about Jim introduced all of us to marijuana, the gateway drug. And so I was thinking of calling this podcast The Chronic Encounter, in which we would not necessarily have to smoke marijuana. We could also vape a lot.
Could I have?
Do love a vape.
And
Do love a vape.
get just a classic.
He's West Coast. Yeah, he probably has vapes. for
I
all of us.
own 3 shops out west.
Yeah. E-shops out west.
I was invited to a vape protest when I was out west. I did not attend. I wish I did.
And what was going to happen at the vape protest? Just blow fat clouds? Were you
that's
protesting
probably-
the vape?
Everybody there's blowing smoke. That's all I have to say.
My part of the protest was not instantly ripping the person to shreds when they invited me to the vape protest. So
Yeah,
that's what I did for my
One
vape.
thing about naming, when we inevitably name this The Chronic Encounter,
That's a good one.
we,
I like it a
we
lot.
all have to agree that if that gets voted number 1, we all have to take up smoking.
Okay.
So,
I'm
What
okay
do
with
you
that.
mean take up?
Yeah.
Some of us are already there.
we all have to take up vaping at least. I know y'all don't vape, right? So
Well, I have at least 3.
Vape.
he just owns them. He doesn't actually vape. Okay, so
I'll try it.
We could each just sit one right next to us and not necessarily
and
use it.
if we call it the vape,
It seems like
the
a lot of
vaping
work.
counter-
They have
Use
like
at least once.
filters and like shit that you gotta pour
You
in
gotta sub
there.
them.
But think about
And
all
the
that.
coils.
Think
And you got,
about
like,
all
it's-
that flavor.
Yeah,
That's true. We can make the whole room smell like spit and strawberries.
yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
What? You
You
thought-
super positive
You
note.
thought you were sticky before. You thought you were.
Yeah, we should definitely get some Clorox wipes and get maybe them to sponsor the show with all that stickiness going around here. Especially cream pie and maybe the Chronic Encounter. I mean, we could
we can hop on and off.
Yeah.
One's a Tuesday, one's a Thursday podcast.
Yeah, listen to our other super popular podcast.
Cream pie.
Cream pie encounters.
We should probably just make 4 podcasts right now. We have the
We can start off
the
all-
legs.
We got some great names here. I agree. All right, so the Chronic Encounter. That's a good one. I like it. Do we want to go continue clockwise?
Yeah. Yeah, right.
All right, so continuing my theme that I told you I had, my next one is the Goofle Boys.
Ooh.
How do you spell that?
Goof,
Goof.
ol with a little apostrophe to cut off the D.
Okay.
And then boys.
I
And you can put that. You can
truthfully
put.
think the Goof Troop needs to be in consideration.
I also probably throw that
I'll
one on
put
there.
Goof Squad / Troop.
Fair. And if you wanted to spell boys with a Z,
Ooh.
I'm open to
okay.
that because I know we had some
What
other
about
names.
BOIS?
BOIS is the preferred way to spell things.
There we go.
I think Webster needs to get on a correction.
I probably agree. Okay. Any reasons for that, or just same
I
as
just
that?
love the word goof.
Goof is a good name. Goof is solid.
That would be your basis for all the names. Just
Yeah, they're all
the,
Goof related.
the root name.
Yeah, it was most like, well, what can I do with the word goof? So like, Goof Squad was kind of like Goon Squad or like a Toon, like Toons, whatever. What was the Michael Jordan Space Jam?
Space-
Yeah, so
Space Jam.
so there's kind of that. There's that tie-in. The good old boys turned into the goofle boys, and I forget what my next one is. I'm gonna
Don't
I'll
blow
see
your
here.
load.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like this next one too, just because I like the slogan that could go with it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Kyle?
Looking forward to that.
I wonder if this one's taken. Ah, fuck, it's taken. Alright, so I did have a serious name. We're gonna be against some people, so we would have to fight them for the spot.
Well, it's easy. We just pay them a
Yeah,
lot
we
of
can
money.
just pay 'em. So I was thinking, I'm urban, I'm with it.
Mm-hmm.
Game Bangers.
Yeah.
That's taken?
You know.
I think so. I'm seeing the Game Bangers podcast by noreply@blogger.com. I'm seeing what's their latest thing. They put out 2 episodes. Fuck them. And it was in 2008. Yeah, we got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can check that domain.
All we need to do is put it in an envelope, mail it to ourselves, and then somehow post date it. 2007.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, yeah, you're right. So that's the reason behind it. I think it sounds cool. I think we can get some cool art, some good like album type stuff with no explicit for the podcast image.
Yeah.
I think that'd be good stuff.
Maybe we could just send the original guys like a plaque as legacy members, so
There we
they
go.
also feel good about it.
Yeah, give respect to the former.
We could
Okay.
see if they're dead first. Maybe they're just dead.
They could be dead. They could. They may be dead people.
Yeah.
We're not hoping
They
that
did
on you.
2 podcasts only.
Our fingers aren't crossed. Maybe.
But they may be dead. Is this? Yeah. We may have some competition. There could be a second Game Bangers. We may have to be like Game Bangers and kill
Is
all the
one
competition.
one spelled with a Z or is it?
Ooh.
Are they both?
Oh,
Good
incredible.
point.
Incredible.
Yeah. Just here for those slight Z attribute, just add-ins.
I will say the first link that comes up, I think Game Bangers
I'm kind
is
of
alright with a Z, but the first link that comes up when you type Game Bangers podcast with a Z is you got gang banged in all caps.
I gotta be honest. I'm worried about autocorrects.
I think
people
Yeah,
are trying to search
But
gang
now,
bangers
in
and
keeping with the cream pie idea, like I think that fits, right?
Yeah.
Like the search engine.
True. Yeah, optimization.
The
The
optimization.
SEO.
or
The
does,
SEO.
does it get lost in the noise? Is my question.
Ooh. I don't think we're probably the first cream pie podcast. I don't know.
Well, I mean, yeah, probably.
We're gonna have to talk with Apple to make sure they list it. We're gonna have to maybe put a picture of a cookie or something, just so they know we're on the up and up and not trying to slide one by them. But yeah, Game Bangers is what I'm going with for the second 4.
I do like that.
How about you, Jim? Do you got a second name?
Yeah.
Squeaks.
I thought I got rid of all the squeaks. Oh, we found that somewhere in here.
I don't know. When I was kind of rolling around, just the saturated content.
Rolling around his
Saturated content.
I
Okay.
don't know.
Yeah, I still like that one. That was a very good one from the Philly trip. If you guys watch that video,
Yeah.
plug the video.
So just acknowledging what we're up against.
Yeah.
There's gonna be nothing
We're just-
original about
We're
what we
covering
do.
all the stuff that's already been covered.
All right, saturated content. I'm cool with that.
Doing it in new and interesting ways. Right?
Yeah, doing the same old shit.
Same old shit, but better.
Kind of different.
Yeah,
a little
like
bit
the
different.
things that have just hammered your eardrums for weeks,
Yeah.
we then cover.
We're gonna get to them a couple days after.
and
Yeah.
We're gonna
if
We're gonna be late. That's our thing.
if by chance we come across something early, we won't cover it
Mm.
out of respect.
Yeah, not because we can't review it in that amount of time, just because
Yeah. We don't want
It's
to
not
break
saturated
anything. It's
yet.
not
Yeah,
saturated.
we have other stuff to do also.
Yeah.
We could even mod it a little bit. The kind of saturated podcast, maybe. I don't
Okay,
know.
kind of saturated podcast.
Kinda, you know.
So okay,
Maybe that would be more unique than
Moderately
just
saturated.
moderately
I
saturated.
feel like we could
Remotely
almost work back
saturated.
into the
That's
cream
describing
pie
my
search
pain.
results here.
Yeah.
Moderately saturated cream pie.
Okay. So here's what we got reading off so far. So the first four is Games for Glory, General Application Podcast, Goof Squad / Troop, and Cream Pie.
Pretty sweet.
For the second group that we just did, it's the Chronic Encounter, the Goof Old Boys, Game Bangerz, and Moderately Saturated Content. Now, do we think we got enough in the tank for a third one?
Yeah.
I have one for my. No.
Are we gonna do that?
No,
Alright, yeah.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
start. Right?
Yeah.
All right, so my third and final for the goof names is the Goof and Stuff.
Goof and Stuff.
Yeah.
Does that end with an apostrophe?
The N is with an apostrophe, yes. And I just like the idea that you come in for goofs and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
come on in, grab yourself some goofs.
And sometimes
Maybe.
we're not going to want to goof, you know?
Oh, I don't know about that. I always
Yeah,
goof.
You think always?
I always goof, but I can't speak for you.
I remember I was goofing on 9/11.
Just
I was
go
just-
goofing.
Do you remember? You remember where you were
The
goofing at that
Tower
very
2
moment?
fell, and I was just goofing all
I mean, if
over.
you stopped goofing, they would have won.
I don't know if I can get behind that podcast that goofs on 9/11.
Yeah. And stuff.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Oh yeah, that could have been an end stuff day.
Yeah, and stuff. All right, that works. I have another one. This was one of the original ones, and I think you're gonna recognize the theme here. Come. That's it.
Spelled.
It's an acronym.
Spelling.
C, capital C, period, capital U, period, and then capital M as in Mary, period.
Okay.
And it's an acronym.
Let's see what this is going.
Still, what it stands for? I'm figuring that out right now. If I'm being honest.
Good.
But again, I think the SEO is just gonna be remarkable. I think that's really gonna just put us over the top. And it's an acronym, so it's not what it appears to be.
Exactly.
Yeah, it stands for something.
But you can still put it in the tag reliably.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think the period is gonna make sure that it doesn't get flagged for anything inappropriate.
And then, like, if we wanted to, perhaps get a bunch of our clips together, we could call it a compilation.
Oh God, yes, with the periods though, because it does stand for something.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, we just don't know what it is
So
yet.
when you tell people to search that though, do you have to be like, come search us out at c.
I mean, we'll definitely
M?
tag the other
Yeah.
one for those
Yeah.
people, you know, I think.
Mhm.
And we'll just have to tell the higher ups, like, hey, no, you know what we're about.
Mhm.
It's an acronym.
Yeah.
It stands for something, you know.
Get out of here. Give me your,
Yeah,
your
don't put it on
monetization money. Advertisers.
It's CUM, not what you think. We're just gonna keep, just for shorthand, come.
Just when our fan base gets really big, just a bunch of people walking around in cum shirts. So
Yeah.
that's kind of appealing.
Yeah, that is right. They're cummies. Yeah. That's what we'll call our fans. So that's my
We could call them cum sluts.
come there. Also acronym. SLUTS. Yeah,
Good.
you're right. Yeah.
Super listeners. What's the
Yeah.
We'll
UTS?
figure it out.
Under the sheets.
Under the sheets.
Yeah,
There
because
you
you
go.
don't want your parents knowing.
Yeah, point. Yeah. Okay, there we go. It's a long
Or
podcast.
pleasant to listen to in bed.
Come on the
Well,
sheets.
Just, on a Saturday morning or Friday night, whenever.
Only,
you might be
mostly
in
when
bed.
your wife is out of the house, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't want her knowing.
Yeah.
And we will have some other links to go up against again, but I think we can win. I think we can do it.
Yeah, good.
I think we can pass those peeps.
I think on the round when this becomes considered, we need to brainstorm a little bit what it stands for. Some
We'll
ideas.
figure it out.
Figure it out along the
We'll
way.
figure it out.
Or
It
at
stands for something.
It definitely stands for
It
something.
definitely
Wink.
stands for something.
Just definitely wink at the camera when you say it stands for something.
It stands for something, and it's important. You
Yeah.
know? It's very important. And topical.
Make a stand with cum.
CUM also come. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's what I got is CUM. Also shorthand come.
If you
All
bought it, or sorry, if you pot it, they will come. That's a fantastic little slogan right there.
There you go. There you go. So we got goof and stuff and CUM shorthand come.
All right. Hold on. Just recent events. The non-neutral net.
The non-neutral net.
I don't know.
So are we gonna be edgy in this podcast? I guess
I don't
We're
care
gonna-
if it's edgy. I don't know. Just
because then we can't be neutral on anything.
yeah, we have to be biased.
Yeah, we have to
could
care
even-
about
We
everything.
could call it the biased net.
The bias net? Are we, so, alright, so are we doing non-neutral net or bias net?
Just slash it. We'll consider that if it comes.
Okay. So the non-neutral bias net. So goof and stuff, cum, also cum, and non-neutral bias net. And that's what we got.
Okay.
And for our fourth?
I was thinking free spacey.
Do we put a hashtag in it? A hashtag free spacey.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Now, where'd you get that from?
An incredible actor was recently slandered. God, I'm gonna fucking bite this shit off. This works off camera much better.
Yeah. Do we put free space with 2 E's on the end? Like a typo.
This could be like
It's a monopoly. Ooh, incredible! I love that. Much better than referencing that fucking shitty actor, dude.
Yeah.
What a
real-
bad guy.
Really, we want a free space.
to be clear here. We do not like.
Yeah, only
what he
Jimmy.
did.
What
Only
I
Jimmy.
want,
Wow.
I want a safe space for
Yeah.
all my peeps.
That's free of spacey. A free spacey.
Free of spacey.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was getting at.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're getting
I
at.
thought that's where you were going with that the whole time.
Maybe we should call this the Plan B podcast because we got to walk back everything.
I'm also cool with Plan B.
Yeah, well, even like walk it back podcast. Just you say what you feel and then walk it back slowly.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. Let's add that to the list.
Yeah.
Make mine the Walk It Back podcast.
Look
instead.
at that.
Slash
You also
slash freeze basey slash Plan B.
I hope that's just the name. They have to type all of that shit out. Just all 3 names.
I'm okay with Walk It Back. Just.
Do we want to do backpedal? Or walk it back?
Backpedal's not bad either. If
just-
backpedal's
dude,
available.
we can discuss the terminology later, right?
Yeah.
Or
We'll
sorry,
debate the
the
merits.
phrasing.
I have a feeling we're gonna decide on a name tonight, and it's gonna change by our next podcast.
Yep.
It's,
Or you have to discuss it off camera.
yeah,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
People
Delete that bit about where I said that shit about spacey.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what we got for the third group. We got, and I do see
A
something's
clear
happening.
winner, right?
Well, more with each group of 4. There's definitely something
solid.
happening per group. So the first group is Games for Glory, General Application Podcast, Goof Squad / Troop and Cream Pie.
Good.
Second group, The Chronic Encounter, The Goof Old Boys, Game Bangerz, Moderately Saturated Content, and the third group, the best group, Goof and Stuff, Cum, Non-Neutral Bias Net, and Walk It Back Podcast.
Wait. What about Backpedal podcast?
Or we could do with
Whichever one's not taken.
True, yeah, I have to search that one up. Back Pedal Podcast. Now, do we have enough for a fourth group, do you think?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Really?
Well, 'cause
how
my-
do you do a bracket?
Well,
That's fine.
yeah, because there could be some buy rounds.
Yeah,
Like
we
some,
also
some,
got
some that we
these
really
S-cards.
like just get automatically onto the next round.
I think S cards we can automatically push one up. It won't be in place of another one. So instead of that, like 2 moving up, it's 3 moving up.
Yeah, that's true.
Good.
So
Yeah.
then the bracket's all fucked
we
anyway.
can just have round 1 again.
Yeah.
Well, because going off Jimmy, the only other thing that I had was Dead Horse. So like just a beat a dead horse
Beat a
podcast.
dead horse.
Yeah. So like whatever we talk about, it's already been covered. We're just hitting that horse a little bit more. But
See, but I don't think that's a bad one. You know.
it's not bad, but I don't think it's my favorite out of the list, so I'm not concerned about it.
I wonder if Dead Horse Podcast is here. It seems like it could be a
It
one.
seems like some type of IPA that someone has developed up in Wisconsin or some shit, and they're calling it the Dead Horse.
Well, there's dead horses beating a dead horse. There's a lot of beating a dead horse. Oh, the Dead Horse Podcast.
Yeah, I
Let's see
mean-
when they last.
It's
2013. We're good. Fuck those guys.
I feel like our icon would be kind of morbid. I don't know.
I think
Well, I think we have to kill a horse per podcast.
I already have a
With
clear
our
winner in
fists.
my
And
mind.
then that
So
would be
I'm
the
okay with
intro
voting right now.
every time.
I say we vote now because I already know what I want to win.
Do we do it? All right. So we'll do it by the first group first. We got Games for Glory, General Application
And how
Podcast.
do these vote? Do we vote on each name?
I think we'll do each name, and we'll see. We'll see.
the
how
majority.
it goes from
Majority
there.
has to get a smiley face.
I think majority. Yeah.
Luckily, we have 4 people, so
Yeah.
that works.
Yeah, it does work. That's why.
That shit works.
Yeah, this is gonna be great. So we have Games for Glory, General Application Podcast, Goose Squad Troop, and Cream Pie. So
You think we can use the special before or after? Like,
I would
the
say-
vote goes through, and we're like, it's a no. Where you're like, fuck you.
I would say see the vote, and then the fuck you comes right after.
Okay, good.
So for Games for Glory, how we feeling on this? And we can, if you want, you can slide it over to be.
So What?
We can keep it real secret like this if you want.
Well,
Do
they,
we
they have our initials on the back.
explain our
So.
vote?
Yeah, they'll know eventually, but right
Yeah.
now.
Do we
Okay.
explain our vote?
Yeah.
I think we explain why.
Yeah, we definitely explain why.
So you want to do it right now?
people
well, I
want-
mean,
Well, let's
People want a
reveal the
2-hour
vote and see-
podcast.
I like Games for Glory. It's fine. That's my thinking behind it. I got nothing against it.
So
So I'm smiley face on it.
Everyone else is negative.
Wow, even you, Jimmy, huh?
you turned on your own
And
name.
there was a lot of better names.
Better things came
It felt like it was not worth considering.
All right, so-
only for that.
The only reason I said no was because I felt like our podcast is never going towards strictly games.
Right, yeah.
And-
That's what I think too.
Yeah, I understand that.
I just thought it was non-offensive and fine.
Yeah.
So I was cool with it.
Yeah, I mean, definitely going with our other names. Definitely edgier.
All right. So the next one we got is so Games for Glory
Already
is
decided.
officially off the list, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
it didn't pass
The next one should be
the
mine.
majority.
All right. So the next one we got is the General Application Podcast.
I never said that.
Is Plan B podcast taken? Because I would love for that to get into consideration, right? It should be taken. It seems like a decent one.
Podcast. I mean, it did autocomplete. Let's see. The Plan B Project, Plan B Le Podcast. I fucking hate those guys. So we should take their name. Let's see. Nope, their site doesn't work anymore. And that was the third link. And their site doesn't work. Plan B, that's a This American Life. I don't think it's taken.
I would. Now, how do y'all feel about walking back a previous?
A previous name?
Yeah, like just so
not?
we don't have to fuck anything up. I would like to get rid of the General Application Podcast, and we'll throw Plan B Podcast in there.
For Plan B? Okay.
But this is this taking away the backpedal
The
one?
general, no.
Oh, okay.
Now he wants to take away blank general
Okay.
application. I mean, it's your name to take away, so I say
Right.
go for it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna. So the general application podcast is now the Plan B podcast.
Because you already fucked up, and now you got to fix it, right?
Yeah.
So that's the general idea, and I like that.
Okay. Yeah. Put that in. Are we revealing? All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. What do we got? See, one smiley face, two smiley, three smiley faces.
Now let's. What the fuck?
Dang it! I gotta defend myself here. Nah.
I need to know.
I think it's good. I think it works. It's general enough.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna win this based off name alone. So I think Plan B podcast works.
Jimmy, most important. I didn't give a shit about y'all. Jimmy, this incredible name that I just off the dome came up with. Why would you neg it?
It just doesn't seem super.
Great, fucking great.
He lost his voting
super
powers.
unique.
Imagine you done cummed in someone, and now you gotta take that fuck up back.
It's
That's
true.
the same.
It is keeping with our theme.
You gotta put your foot in your mouth. I think it works. Now,
I think we should have a Plan B button that we have to hit every time we fuck up. We're just like,
That's gonna be very useful. I
Yeah.
think.
or like a bowl of pills that we gotta pop every time.
Yeah.
yeah, our vape. We have to hit the vape every time we have to walk something
What
back.
a punishment.
Yeah.
God damn it.
What a fucking punishment.
We're really just tempting ourselves to be addicted to nicotine.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Go all in.
Yeah, that's dumb enough.
Anything for internet
I would
fame.
love to explain that to my
That should also be the title. Anything for internet money.
family. Okay, so the next one, Goof Squad / Troop. Now, do we want to commit?
I think
to
we've
one
got to
of them?
commit because that my vote
Yeah.
depends on.
I
one
said-
or the other.
I say Goof Troop. I mean that was my original name. I would say Goof Troop
It
is
does
pretty
have
solid.
the two oohs. So I think I'm for Goof Troop.
I like Goof Troop as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it seems unanimous. Goof. So this is for Goof Troop. What do we got going?
Oh, motherfuckers, I want to see 4 smileys right now.
Jimmy's a bitch, dude. No way Jimmy's
wow.
giving it. Fuck
There it is.
that SOB.
There it is.
gave it.
Our
Smiley
first
face.
4 smiley. First 4 smiley.
Sorry, so
I want a recount on that on Plan B.
So we're all down with Goof Troop. Now, the next one, a little controversial. How do we feel about Cream Pie?
I think you're right about the search engine. I think you're
And
right.
Many reasons. There's many reasons for Cream Pie.
Incredible, right?
He's really into pastries.
So good.
Yeah.
I do think it might limit us when it comes to the.
You don't have to tip your hand, yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. So, hold on. Let me give you.
It was sounding super positive, so I'm sure that's a happy
We've
face.
been
Also-
up by a little bit.
Sponsorship opportunities
True.
by many people of different. I mean,
Lots of backgrounds.
definitely don't let the sponsors talk to each other.
Let me.
but
I'm trading that out.
So, all right. So this is for Cream Pie podcast.
Cream pie.
Cream Pie.
You do the cream cast? I don't know.
Only if it's exclusively for French bakeries.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We could do that. Yeah.
We just travel the world going to French bakeries.
I'll compile these.
There we go. This is a big one. I feel like.
I'm gonna reveal these.
Oh boy, it's 4 super smileys.
There's the
Sad
demo.
face.
Sad face.
Okay, I don't like that. All right. Smiley face.
Hey.
I can't fucking believe it.
Smiley face. Smiley face. Thank God.
That's you, Jim.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Were you a sad face, Jimmy?
No.
No? Who was the sad face?
It was me.
I got
I
it.
swapped it.
I was about to say, I thought Jimmy was a gimme because he loves cream pies. You know.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Know. I have a
So we
box
have-
at home.
We had 3 podcasts with 3 or more smileys.
Yeah, right now we got 3 from the first 4. I think brackets are kind of fucked at this point anyway.
Yeah. No,
So I figure it's just like
Cool.
we're gonna
So
keep
far, we
eliminating
voted
it,
out
yeah.
one.
We have voted out 1 thus far.
yeah.
So they make it to the next round of voting.
Yeah, so right now that's what we're doing. We're trying to limit it slowly. I think normal brackets aren't gonna work already.
Yeah.
So we got the Chronic Encounter. I think that's great. I'm for it.
Yeah.
Not to tip my hand already, but I like it a lot. I think the Chronic Encounter is real good shit.
This is gonna be just one of those moments where it's a sad face and you caught us all off guard.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, try to trick everyone. Smiley.
Smileys? Oh,
Really?
I just think there's better names.
You think there's better
It was
names?
my name, but I do think there's better names.
So out of your names, your favorite would be the Plan B podcast?
Out of my name,
Yeah.
I think what we've talked about here, it's not like I can only speak for myself. I don't smoke pot, right?
But we can start.
You're
We can
okay,
start
you're right,
that
you're right,
now.
I understand. that.
allegedly. He
Yeah,
doesn't
allegedly.
Fucking just the whole roof is dirty in here.
Yeah,
right?
Rick Scott, don't pay attention.
Okay,
Look away.
so I don't know if it's exactly topical. I do like the idea of it. I think that's a great game. It flows really nicely.
You know,
I don't think it symbolizes our group perfectly.
Maybe
Yeah.
we have a listener that wants to start up a podcast. They can buy that from us for a cheap,
Yeah, for a
reasonable
low
sum of money.
Yeah, because we already bought the site.
Yeah,
I will
yeah,
s- I will
I
say
mailed
this.
it to us.
fee. Imagine us a rap album cover for the podcast, but the background's space. It's pretty good.
But sorry, Spacey.
Or
Just-
spacey. It could also be. It could be a
It's
really faint
spacey,
spacey.
space-ish.
Yeah.
All of the stars are just tiny faces.
Like all of us kneeling with something in our mouth, not sure what. Something.
I think it has legs. I think in the right hands. I think it is a primo name.
Yeah.
I think there's just better here. But that's
Okay.
that's my reason for downvoting it for myself. But if y'all like it enough, I will heavily.
Let's pass it over for right now.
I wasn't ready to get rid of it. I'll say that.
Alright, so the next one we got is the Goofball Boys. BOIS.
I'm just gonna.
Interesting. Okay.
Do we get to reveal our own?
Yeah, we could reveal
All
our own.
right. Well.
So-
I voted
I
it
think-
down.
Voted
all
down
sads.
anonymously.
There are quite a few better goof names.
Yeah, they were better goof names, and I realize it's kind of hard to say. Like, even the next goof is also out in my opinion, like goof and stuff. Although I like it,
I like Goof and stuff. Pretty okay.
Yeah,
Definitely. Yeah.
but I mean, I would just say that there's a stronger goof name here. But we'll get to that
I agree.
in a few minutes.
Okay. So the next one up is Game Bangerz with a Z. Alright, let's reveal. Let's see what we got.
What are they? All
Yeah,
good?
boy.
Yeah.
4 smileys.
I was ready to throw an S at that one.
I just really like that one. Alright, so Game Bangers moves on. The next one we got is moderately saturated content. Got anything extra to say about that, Jimmy? How do you feel about it?
I don't know. The moderately can be changed to something
It's
to get the point across.
it's
I guess.
got
I don't
it
know.
there. I think it's a little too mouthy. It's not
I
tongue in cheek.
I think it would almost
Yeah.
go over better as like a Stephen Colbert like Daily Show like segment.
I feel like established.
Yeah.
What's the one that John Oliver like last week tonight? Like,
Yeah.
It's a interesting format. That's something that you almost think that if we're not gonna do gameplay videos or things like that on here, that's something that it seems interesting. If people give a flying fuck what we have to say about anything, I think that type of format would work really well, and I think that name would go well with that.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely see that for like a podcast that we do in the future if something actually happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm putting all my eggs
Scott,
in that
I'll
basket.
have you know, Skylar informed me before this. She said, Cameron, you are never going to be internet famous.
Real supportive.
Yeah,
very nice
she-
guy.
Make her wrong.
Yeah.
Make her wrong, internet.
Give us money.
You just see me over here, just a compilation of me just typing very quickly on a computer,
How fast can you pull
clicking.
up Sarah McLachlan? For only 20 cents a day, you can help this man.
Prove his wife wrong.
Big internet famous.
Honestly, I would make that deal 9 times out of 10.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Help him get internet famous just once, just for one day.
Yeah.
What was this for the moderately?
Moderately saturated content is what we're going for right now.
Do we have a back burner card?
Back burner card. What do you mean by that?
Like just in case.
Put it on the back.
Like we need
burner.
to change this
Well,
thing later.
Yeah, like maybe future podcast card is what more what I'm thinking.
Okay. Sure.
Well, I mean, I'll tip my hand. I put sad face, and I really like that name.
We're already in, right? I put a happy face.
Oh shit! This is why democracy fails.
We
This is
got
why it's all over.
our first split vote.
The Greeks, just like it's all coming back to me.
Does anyone want to push it through? Does anyone feel
I think
that
it
strong?
fails on a tie, 100%.
You want to fail it on time?
I think it fails.
We do have a lot of names going through right now.
I think it fails on a tie, 100%.
I do really like that name. I just think that for this podcast, it doesn't seem like we're gonna hit the moderately saturated content.
Or have that vibe
No.
right away.
Yeah.
Especially if we start with like fuck, dick, shit. Like
Yeah.
we're using all one syllable words for a podcast name that has like 8.
Yeah.
So alright. So now we're on to the third round right now.
Mm-hmm.
First one is goofing stuff.
I do like the idea of a goof and stuff, but
Alright, let's flip it. See what we got. Man.
so we failed again.
Yeah, I like goofing stuff. I wanted it to go up against the Goof Troop and see what happened.
Nah, it would have fucking got stomped.
Yeah.
I think it was worth. I think it was worth a talk though. That's me. All right. So
Also, we need to make sure that the Goof Troop is not.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, let's not
It
get
was
too
good-
attached
it was
here.
good.
It was
Squad.
100% a thing from the Goofy movie, right?
Possibly.
The Goof Troop. they
Wait,
always
yeah.
stay together.
Now
Maybe
there's
not.
like episodes
Okay.
titled the Goof Troop, but they're not the Goof Troop. I think they're literally talking about the Goofy movie.
Disney, let us have this one.
Yeah, we gotta talk to Bob. Was it Bob Iger or
Yeah.
whatever? Come on, man.
You got Star Wars
You got the
now.
Star Wars money, dude.
You had $50 billion. No, actually, you spent $50 billion. Just come on.
Okay, we'll give it back to you, but you got to promise to make a third Goof.
We'll pay it back with interest. But okay, so good Goof.
We're buying the rights to Goofy
Yeah.
for our Green Pie podcast.
Put out a Kickstarter.
Just Goofy with dreads and a blunt and you know.
Alright, so I'm gonna put mine out already.
What is this for?
This is for CUM shorthand cum. Not sure how you guys feel about it.
Got legs.
It does, yeah, it definitely has legs.
I like
The
what
longest
can
legs.
come with it.
So,
Eh,
I put a sad face. I think it could get confused.
I
It does
Get
stand for...
lost in the wash.
I just
Really?
love a puzzle on what that was going to stand for. And that's why I voted yes.
And it does stand for something. You just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
We were gonna figure it out. Alright, so the next one is the non-neutral bias or bias net. Keeping with net neutrality and what recently
We
happened.
got like an Ajit Pai
Yeah,
hate cast.
that's
I
all.
believe that's his name.
Could we do an Ajay Pai like love podcast? Like, is there a name for that?
Did y'all see that video of him trying to be relatable?
I fucking hated that
Oh,
podcast.
fuck
I
him.
hated that video so
Fuck
much.
him.
That was the fucking worst.
The things you can do with your God, get the fuck out.
With your what?
If I knew nothing,
The things you can do when the net neutrality vote if it goes through, like and he put it was all this shit. He was like taking pictures of himself eating like a hot pocket and shit.
he was doing like 2-year-old memes.
Yeah, oh yeah, fucking Harlem Shake was
Harlem
in it.
Shake,
That is
2017.
that's at least 3 years
Almost
old.
2018.
Yeah, he's just way behind.
The guy who did that.
That was
is
definitely
now-
2013 for sure.
At least,
Probably.
okay, right.
Because I'm pretty sure we
I
did
was in
that at a
college.
basketball game.
Yeah.
Yeah, at
The guy who
college, yeah.
started that is now doing like serious rap albums now. Like
That tells you
like
where we
fucking
come
around.
from.
Yeah, some shit has happened since then. All right, so I'm gonna put. I think an Ajit Pai love podcast. There's something to that. I don't know. I don't know how timely it is.
That is his name. I believe it's his name.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Put that by
For,
yes.
for sad
Yeah.
faces.
It's just too real.
Well,
It's too
alright,
close to home.
So for
Yeah.
me, it was I didn't want to date the podcast. If in a couple of years that this just isn't a problem, like net neutrality, either a form of it is in place or is not, like it'll already be worked out by then, and people will just be like, oh yeah, that was a thing.
Or if in 4 years we're just saddled to that name and people are coming to this
We're just
to us for
reminding
their
people.
content
Yeah.
on net neutrality and
Yeah,
everything
they're
that
like-
once was.
Yeah.
We become like a history cast of
Yeah.
like, oh, the shit you could do before net neutrality.
You
Yeah.
you could have watched this podcast
For-
before net neutrality,
Yeah.
but now you can't.
For only
so-
$15 a month, you can watch this podcast.
About talking about what you could have done before that. So
Yeah.
that'll work.
All right. Well, last but not least, we got the Walk It Back or Backpedaling podcast.
Solid
I
choice.
think I like Walk It Back better personally.
The
Yeah.
backcast. Nah, it's a little too short. Nothing on
Yeah,
there.
it raises
we just-
questions.
The back.
We just sit with our back to the
That's right.
camera.
All right.
Oh God, it's me.
Where did we go with my friend, and me?
I fucking love that name.
Okay.
I'll be honest, my friend, and me. that's a fucking A+ name. I mean, that has to be taken.
We're all smileys on that one.
There you go.
That's a good name.
I
That is
had, I
good.
had a sad face in there before, but
Yeah, I saw that last minute.
Freaking.
Such a Rooney.
I don't know.
See,
Is-
let me check. Are we okay?
I just feel like walking hard. With that movie with The Rock. That's what that makes
Walking
me think.
tall, right?
Yeah, walking tall, walking hard.
Walking hard.
So I don't think it's taken.
Dewey Cox story.
A The Rock fan cast.
I don't think it's taken. Are we cool with having a last minute insert? And they would automatically go to the second round for my friend, and me.
I'm good. That's a good one.
I think that's a good
No,
one.
it's my friend, and
Yeah, that's why my friend, and
he
me.
said 3.
Nah, check the tape or don't.
Roll it back.
But are we okay with inserting that? I think we
I
should.
am. I do think you don't want to. It's funny for
Piss off the
No,
McElroys.
you don't want to piss them off.
I don't
It's
think
like
we'll piss them off.
fucking-
I think they'll get it.
just riding the coattail.
Because we're definitely not going to take any of their audience.
I
are we
love
talking
to
about?
ride on coattails.
yeah.
It's based off a popular podcast called My Brother, My
Ah.
Brother and Me.
Fuck.
Short, My Bim Bam. Us will be me. So I think we should go with it. I think that should be an insert. But that's just me.
Okay, then I
The
get
Adventure
Edwin to-
Ozone.
it
This
goes-
is my next.
Because straight to the second, it would be 30 Cam and the boys.
I like that. I don't like that you have center stage just because I don't, but I like the name
He's kind
overall.
of center.
Yeah, you are center
I
stage.
stole the seat. We battled out before. It's a sick game of musical chairs.
Friend.
There's a guy sitting off in the corner right now with no seat.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we should. So my friend, and me. We're good with inserting it. And we'll see what the vote turns out.
Sure.
Fuck the McElroys.
Yeah. Or take them down.
We're coming for your popular.
Interesting.
It's the same what I just said. It wasn't. I think we're better than that.
We think we're better than you, McElroy.
All right, so give me one sec.
We're recording on our phones. Like,
Yeah, boy.
Let's just start. I'm sure they started recording on. I don't know, probably something way nicer.
Might still be on phones. You never know.
All right, so give me one sec. Getting all the I'm compiling all the data right now. Bangerz. And we towards the end we definitely got more critical of podcasts, which actually is probably safe. So in our second round, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
and I think we need to say those names so we know what we're comparing them to.
all. Yeah.
Also, as far as the voting system, should we start automatically kicking out things that have any downvote, and then it can be pushed through with an S? That way, it's just
Maybe anything less than 3.
Anything less than.
Wait, no, because
Those
anything
are
less than
like
3 is
that
already
type.
yeah.
the thing is, we've got so many right now anyway to whittle it down.
Well, I think this is where we get actually like critical. This is
Yeah.
where it gets actually kind of serious.
That's true. Let's see what happens. But I'm just thinking, like, we have enough in there that we all agreed on. It should probably be one of the ones we all agreed
Maybe
on.
anything with a downvote has to be
Heavily, just like you have to like give
heavily
it 1 minute to do.
like 1 minute to tell us why, and if we agree, if you swayed someone's mind in that time, then we
Oh,
get it
that's
out.
true.
I'm okay with that. That works. All right, so for
I
the
agree.
second bracket, what we got? Here's what we have of the 7. We have the Plan B podcast, Goof Troop, Cream Pie,
Fuck that.
Chronic Encounter, Game Bangers, Walk It Back podcast, My Friend, and Me. There's some good ones here.
The original podcast.
Yeah. The first podcast ever.
Oh.
Alright, so I think, alright. Should we discuss more of them holistically or go one by one again?
I think one by one again.
And
I
just
think,
keep in mind what the other ones are. Okay.
I think he's right about if you can sway someone on your argument for why it shouldn't be in there.
I think the third round would be like discuss what's left to be able to determine a winner.
Okay, yeah, you're probably right. Alright, so for the plan.
But
I
our
think it
trump
should come down
cards,
to 2.
our S cards, our super cards are still in play.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think for the last round, I think Jimmy's idea is cool,
Yeah.
where it has to be unanimous. You
Yeah.
have to all be cool with the name.
Yeah, we can't
So
split
you could trump
podcasts.
card. So you could trump card, but you
One
better
guy
have.
who's just like, this sucks.
I'm just gonna take my audio out and put up my own podcast, and you can hear me just replying to a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
You don't really know what the topic is, but
But I think you could trump card it, but then like just keep in mind like I gotta fucking convince some people
Yeah.
next round, or else it's dead in the water. But all right, let's start with the first one. We got the Plan B podcast.
so there's definitely a third round. How many are going to the third round?
I'm not sure. We'll see. I
As many
guess.
as we want.
Yeah.
All 7. All 7 are going.
I think we need.
We
to
like these ones.
You can find us at the Plan B, the gooftroop.com. There's link all of them together.
Hashtag goof, hashtag plan, hashtag.
Come.
Are we all in?
Yeah.
Here we go.
So we got.
Ooh, a sad face.
Okay, so now I just think it'll get lost. Plan B podcast. I think it's a good name, but I don't think it's unique enough.
I'm not sure myself if it's gonna win,
Yeah.
but I think it deserves going to the next round.
Just
I think
thinking
so,
like
too.
compared to a bunch of other stuff that is like pretty well unique and would be.
You're thinking like
recognizable.
a bunch of like girls, like teenage girls, maybe googling Plan B.
I don't think in the podcast game. I don't think it has any reason to get lost in that shuffle.
Yeah.
I don't think there. If you're talking about literally searching for it, is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm just thinking like for presentation, like something more reasonably unique. But I'm also doing this thinking we have 7 and we just have to narrow them down. So of them, I would
You think it's weak.
right.
I understand that.
Yeah. So that's what my vote's based on.
Does anybody want to change their vote?
I'm cool with it moving on to the next round. Again, I'm down on it probably winning overall, but I think it should be in the conversation.
Yeah, I guess we should really say that too. Like I have a couple that I think should be in the conversation.
Yeah.
Maybe I will change my vote so we can fit.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
You feel it?
at this point,
Yeah,
like
I'll fit.
if you just admit like you don't want to
There
win for
there
sure
are some that
overall.
are better. There are just
Yeah.
some that are better. I'm just gonna name.
Yeah,
All right. So
you gotta
the
be
next-
cold here. You gotta
Although
be,
I don't think
Yeah.
it's bad.
Yeah, me either.
yeah. Also, you can buy that one from us
Yeah.
for a nominal fee.
So the next one, Goof Troop.
We always stick together.
If I see a sad face here, I'm gonna flip and light it up.
If
Yay!
you're
We're all
gonna
happy.
Yes, we already have a built-in theme song, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
playing the intro.
That they definitely won't mind us using.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one.
The Goofy fan cast.
Alright.
Where is he now? Where's
We'll just like make it distorted a little bit, like bring the octave lowers. Goof troop.
Well, clearly not now.
They won't
This is a whole different thing.
Just play it
Speed it
backwards.
up.
Play it backwards.
Yeah,
Realize it's like a super like kill the president, kill the president. God damn it.
True.
So the next one, I have a feeling I know how this is gonna go. Cream pie. How do we feel?
Not great cotton. Oh, we got.
well.
we got
Where
some
y'all
sad faces,
bastards
but-
that passed it last round, you jackasses?
I almost want to use my trump card. All right.
After having downloaded it.
Bad name. Okay. All right, moving on. We have the Chronic Encounter.
I think Cameron already presented his swaying argument last time.
All right. See what we got here. I like the Chronic Encounter.
I do like it.
I like it.
I liked it a lot.
We just got smoked.
I think we can make at least $15 off that name.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it had a lot going for it in terms of like nerds. Like, oh, Chronic Encounter, that's kind of cool. I'm cool. I watch Vine. Yeah, that sort of thing.
Fine.
Yeah.
It was really just like a Chronicles of Riddick fan cast.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Sure, we can watch. We can just keep watching.
I think we just found our lane.
Yeah.
Pitch Black on
Watch the
repeat.
Chronicles of Riddick every single week and comment on it. I'm okay with that.
What did you notice?
Yeah. So maybe I'm too positive on
You
this.
gotta smoke a different flavor that week and figure out if something changed for you.
Skywalker.
Maybe watch it to the Dark Side of the Moon.
Okay. All right. So the next podcast is Game Bangers. Let's see what we got here. All right, Game Bangers.
Alex
come on.
sighed. No, it's not going to be okay with
I was
So-
curious what was going to be said.
So, I'm super cool with it going to the next round. My only thing is kind of like with Jimmy's earlier, like Game Bangers, like does it fit into what we're gonna be potting about? I'm not sure.
I think if it's not about that, if there's not some form of game involved, I'm a gamer, right? We all. Hi, I'm Cameron. I'm a gamer.
I'm a gamer.
I didn't actually. I
Game
didn't say
That-
anything
that-
about games in mine. So I guess I'll go back and say I do have some game consoles. I do love board games. So I'm not the odd one out here, I guess.
Yeah,
So
I don't think it's not a big enough part of our lives to include. I think
that's true.
I think if just could you pan the camera? Okay, no. We got a wall of
Fucking
like
camera,
50
man.
or so board games over here that we play regularly. We have board game nights every week.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too far fetched to believe that we're gonna
Yeah, especially with the D&D campaign.
Honestly,
coming up
exactly.
also.
100%.
I was gonna try to talk to see if we could just play Secret Hitler tonight. Somehow.
Oh, shit, I should have brought it.
Minimum
Damn
5
it.
players.
Yeah,
Yeah.
minimum 5, but that's where my friend, and maybe another friend come in.
Is that my friend in a higher octave? My friend.
You see
Yeah.
my friend?
Or it's a questioning. My friend.
Okay, so Game Bangers moves through, and the next one is the Walk It Back podcast.
What was it?
Walk It Back. Anyone have anything to say for the first one? For Walk It Back?
Now walk it back.
That's what I'm looking at.
Cameron. Switching to the vote.
Sad face. Alright, Alright.
So the only reason why I did that, I like the... Oh shit, we didn't pass it through. Never mind. I was looking at the Plan B podcast. I like that one slightly better than Walk It Back podcast, I think.
Yeah, I don't think that I'm gonna have a chance to play it, so I'm gonna send that one through.
You send that one through? There we
Yeah.
go. Trump
Yeah.
card was used.
It was a star. I thought that was a good sign. I wasn't sure until this moment though.
Curious. Alright.
I don't know.
Someone got the bad card, and they definitely know they got the bad
I think
card.
it's your perception of what bad is, I guess.
True, some may think it's a good card.
Yeah.
That's true, they could be confused, and if there's anyone who would think it was a good
It's
card.
a dick, isn't it?
No.
Definitely not a dick.
I have a feeling I know who got the bad card. Alright. So the next one, and the last one of bracket 2, my friend, and me. Alright, so we got. I thought that one was fucking gold.
I love that
I'm
name.
gonna go ahead and pass it through.
Alright, that's your card. Hell yeah. No, you can't.
I do love that name, but out of respect to the McElroy
I don't.
brothers, once they hear of us, which is undoubtedly
Gonna
maybe
happen,
maybe
for sure.
tomorrow.
It may make it awkward when we meet.
It's a
Yeah.
swastika. by
When
the
when
way.
we have to
There
do
it
a
is.
live
It's
pod
James'
and we have to switch
Yeah.
podcasts, think about that
They're
though.
coming on
They-
stage
they-
as we're coming
Yeah.
up.
But no, like
But we're headlining.
what was that? The switcheroo episode from the Zone Cast. We could switch with them. They could do my friend, my friend,
Oh,
my
yeah.
friend and me, and we could do my brother
I'm
and
sure
me.
they'd love that.
Yeah, and I mean, you're
One
gonna
of us
definitely.
just has to die.
You're definitely going to put your faith in a podcast that only has one pod so far. Like, I think we're doing a bang up job so far.
It's gonna be so embarrassing to rewatch this later.
Actually, I think this is going pretty okay. It's going much better than I've seen other podcasts I've been a part of.
I said some spacey stuff in the very beginning. My voice has cracked a few times.
Oh, really? I didn't even notice.
I'm looking forward to it.
Alright, so we are down to let's see, 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
So yeah, we narrowed it down. So we got.
This is tough.
I think this is where we definitely have to talk about them all together.
Yeah.
So we have 1, the Goof Troop, 2, Game Bangers, 3, Walk It Back podcast. And I think we can change like any of the like subtle details. Like if we want to say the Goof Troop, I think that's fine. So we don't have to. So it's really just paying attention to the important words and seeing if we're cool with that.
Somehow I didn't realize we'd ended up here with only those 3.
Yeah, with only 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we whittled down a decent amount.
Yeah, I have.
I think we all have favorites from the get go. I think we probably could have said.
I think my
these
favorite
3.
left already.
Oh really?
My friend did me. I really enjoyed that quite a bit.
What happened to Dirty Cam and the Boys?
I mean, we can, if you want to, the last insert.
I'm just gonna throw out a sad face. Dirty Cam and the boys.
Son of a bitch.
We have so many big egos here. We can't possibly.
Yeah.
You couldn't be and the Boys. What if we spelled that with an IS?
You changed my mind. You changed it.
Shit.
I probably would have used my special to get that.
See, but you could have used your special your trump card on my brother and and me.
Yeah,
Or-
I think
I'm
trump
sorry.
cards are completely out. Yeah, I
Yeah.
could have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
fine.
didn't though. I wanted you guys to like it
Could we
too.
start by each
I love
person
it.
saying what's their favorite of the remaining?
I think
Or
they
would
all
that be-
have. I think they all have.
Merits. It's real tough. I'm looking at it like all 3.
Okay, I'll go.
I'm okay
I'll,
with all of them.
I'll go with my favorite. Sorry, besides Game Bangers, what's the last one?
Walk It Back podcast.
Okay, I will say that my favorite is the Goof Troop.
Motherfucker came up with that shit, dude.
Well,
My
to
motherfucker.
be fair, I came up with the Goof part, and you came up with the Troop part.
I
So
do
it's
feel,
kind of
I do feel good about
a
that.
50-50.
I do feel good about that.
And
I basically had 1.5 in here
Yeah.
because I also had the Walk It Back podcast.
yeah, so you actually did really well.
I think
Also, I kind of helped you with the Walk It Back podcast a little bit.
No, I didn't.
Let the record let the record show
I
that.
know that was all me, baby.
I mean, we're gonna rewatch this. It'll probably be clear as day. Like,
Jimmy, what do you think? Because I feel like if I say something, it's decided. What do you say at this point?
I don't like the Walk It Back podcast as much as the other 2.
Okay.
I like the Goof Troop. I like Gangbangers. Gangbangers. Every time you said Game Bangers,
it's definitely
Made
gonna
me giggle
autocorrect
a
on a
little
lot of
bit,
little
which
kids.
which is what.
I get the phone autocorrects to that. We have to talk to the phone company
I
at
think
that point.
just thinking about it, I think the Goof Squad and the Game Bangers.
Goof
kind
Troop.
of-
Goof
What
Troop.
did I say? Game
Goof
Troop.
Squad.
Goof Squad.
Yeah.
I think they both kind of feed into the same.
I think so. And I think
Idea.
they're short
They
too, which is
feed into the
nice.
same thing. Walk It Back podcast. It, like you said, it is a little bit longer.
It's
It's
shortened down to Wib.
It's a name that it's not exactly. It's not gonna come out like, "Hey, I'm Cameron. Welcome to the Walk It Back podcast." Like you stumble over that. Like, "Yo, boys, is the Goof Troop." Like,
Yeah.
Goof Troop coming at you live. I think that works. Game Bangers lends itself to a lot of. I'm already thinking about this merch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, shit, you got a point. Yeah, that's a good shirt.
A lot of merch.
That's a
there,
good
baby.
fucking shirt.
So, I know some people. We'll just print them up. I know y'all want them.
Yeah.
Definitely just start the second podcast now for sure.
Yeah.
Just come at it live. I if anyone has any reservations about removing the Walk It Back podcast, I would say them now. I think that as the only creator of that name,
How do you feel?
I would
good
say
goof.
no.
All right, so we want to do just a verbal vote.
I
I
would
think,
say no.
I think potentially, since it's his name alone, he can take it out of running.
Okay.
Well, unless anyone has any better argument to keep it.
I like the 2-word structure of the top 2.
Yeah.
That's the word. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I really kind of
And let's be clear, those are my 2 favorite names from the get go.
really.
Immediately, those are the 2 that I wanted.
This is a tough one. I'm honestly very cool with either. I do think Game Bangers would make a better T-shirt, but Goof Troop's also pretty good.
I think I keep trying to say Gangbangers. Game Bangers, I feel like, sounds like something established. Like, it sounds good. You know what I mean? Goof Troop, I am kind of afraid of the Disney reference now. that you
have to
mentioned that.
you have to wonder, they got that net out there. Now, Goof Troop's not taken as a podcast. Game Bangers has been previously done.
Right.
That's true.
There is that.
You weigh that.
I would rather deal with this random secondary thing than Disney. Of all people to deal with copyright issues, Disney is the worst.
Not with a Z though.
What do you mean?
For Game Bangers, sorry.
All right.
Yeah, it's just,
Well, but and if we called ourselves the Goof Troop, right?
I mean, we don't want anything to do with that unmentioned character. We won't talk about him.
No, yeah, it's not about that.
I don't even know who that could be in reference
yeah,
to.
we're just goofy. We were some goofy kids. Oh shit, we may run into an issue. Let me
What's
see.
that?
It could be pretty bad. Let me double check. Sorry, look on the internet. All right, I think we're okay. I saw a link, Goof Troop from the Nerdist, so I was like, oh, that's gonna be an issue.
Getting shut down real
Yeah,
quick.
that's a big podcast.
We weren't worried about
network.
Disney, but we were worried about
Yeah,
Nerdist.
the Nerdist, Chris Hardwick from Talking Dead. We're very worried about him.
We should call him the Talking Dead next time.
just lean into it.
The Goof Troop coming at you live.
I don't know.
Some crazy music going on outside.
The idea of the Goof Troop, I think, is more in the spirit.
I think so too.
That's my only concern. I love that name for Game Bangers, but
Oh yeah, I think
it's
merch, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's-
merch is just off the charts, amazing. But it's kind of like if we aren't hitting the games every time, if we're not hitting like kind of that segment every time, like people. Like if I was clicking on a random
yeah,
podcast,
let's-
which would I more likely pick like right off the like if I'm looking for a fun podcast, would I might click on Game
I'm biased
Bangers.
on this one.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't know.
I would pick games.
Yeah.
Now let's think about it. Like, let's gauge each other's. How deep are you into gaming? Like, what do you do each week that would attribute more assets to the Game Bangers side of this versus the Goof Troop? The Goof Troop makes me think that we're just going to come out in here, fuck around for a little while, and then go. There's nothing saying that Game Bangers wouldn't afford us the exact same pedestal with which to afford those goofs, but it would also lend us to an audience that would almost be receiving of those goofs as people who are in that genre of listener themselves. I listen to.
Are you just getting it right now, just for fun?
Well, I'm just looking. Yeah, I'm looking up domains to see.
You're just like, hey guys, I just bought it, so fuck off.
I think that my vote would almost be for Game Bangers because it allows us to have the best of both worlds in that. Now, we could have like a Friday cast, the Goof Troop, which is a sub.
What if we just establish it as the Goof Troop for 5 minutes, and then we can just say, hey, this is Game Bangers, formerly Goof Troop.
Get the best of both worlds in there.
What if we called ourselves the podcast formerly known as Goof Troop?
Yeah.
Podcast 0, Goof Troop, and then boom, Podcast 1, Game Bangers.
And then what if we get like a lot of like fan mail, just like, what the fuck are you guys doing? You took away the Goof Troop, I'm out, and we get unsubscribed.
Unsub, baby.
Then we'll know. We can change it back. The podcast formerly known as Goof Troop, and then also known again as Goof Troop.
I like that intro. Welcome, I'm Kyle Conway, host of Game Bangers, formerly known as Goof Troop. Like, you check out our backlog of 1 to see how the Goof Troop ran.
Yeah, the podcast formerly known as Goof Troop does work a little
Yeah,
bit.
podcast formerly known as Goof Troop. It's not bad. In
That's pretty
parentheses.
low.
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting a shirt that says Game Bangers, podcast formerly known as Goof Troop.
Yeah, I just like us pointing guns at a camera or something like I think the art.
I think it works a lot better, and like I said, I think it affords us the same leeway. The game is not. It's not so strict that we're going to be discussing. I don't know. For example, Jimmy's HeroClix. Like, you know what that shit's about. That shit is about HeroClix. It's all about HeroClix. Game Bangers is wide open enough. You're talking about video games. You're talking about board games. Everything that
you
we're
could
all
be talking
interested
Mad Game, really.
Yeah.
you could do anything.
I also
Yeah.
think it could like lend itself to social games that would be entertaining to watch too. Like, it's just like the
It's a little
dumb
bit more
things that other
casual,
people
not
do,
serious. Yeah.
so
But what you said about it seems more established.
right.
I think you're right.
It sounds very
I think you're right.
recognizable.
So that's where my vote lies.
Do we? All right. So
And
how should we
at no
proceed
point
from
was
here?
the podcast named the Goof Troop. I want that clear.
I want that very clear that is wrong. Because at least for a solid maybe 28 seconds, it was. We had the domain.
I think it's we gotta go like around like one or the other. Like Goof Troop, Game Bangers. You say one name, and then it kind of moves.
I wish we
on.
had a box that we could put like a slip in after
Yeah.
writing it,
Let's keep it secret.
and then kind of like reveal to the camera while everyone else
Does
is looking
anyone
away.
have? Wait. I think I've sat on this soapbox enough of that. I think that I've made my case for Game Bangers. Does anyone have a similar case to make for the Goof Troop?
I like it.
But do you? I'm asking, is there a case to be made? What do you like about it?
I'm the,
Other
I'm the wrong,
than-
I'm the wrong person to ask.
Yeah. Other than I think it does.
Honestly,
When we
I'm
get-
kind of more enamored with introducing people to Game Bangers, formerly known as Goof Troop at this point. It doesn't matter if anyone else here at this table gets in on
There
it.
is a VH1 behind the scenes. Like, what the hell happened?
If
They're
by,
all about Goose before.
yeah, if by some chance in
Just
a
beating
year,
people's asses.
yeah, in a year or
Forcing
two,
them to like to smoke a chronic encounter.
yeah, I mean, we are the viewers already know we fucked up. We tossed out Chronic Encounter like 30
Well,
minutes
there
ago.
is that for the Game Bangers. We could do, like, say if we did
Oh,
shows.
fuck yeah, dude.
We could still do the Chronic Encounters as, like, a
subset.
Yeah.
Yeah, formerly known as.
We could vape. There is a lot of stuff we could do. Where I don't know how many
It goes against my core.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a Columbia breathable shirt.
Whereas how many like Goof Troop, and I'm sure there's some out there, but all I'm thinking about is like goofy games. I don't know. Like I don't have anything.
Yeah, I mean,
Skateboard.
I'm honestly, you guys are kind of like trying to sell to someone who's already been sold.
I'm trying to come to terms with it too because I don't want to be like, yeah, I came up with it. Bake it so, sort of deal.
I'm
So
pretty
also
sure I
trying
came up
to-
with that. I think if we rewatched this with an edited
We
version.
roll it back.
Yeah,
You'll see me whispering
yeah.
in
Let's
my
go back to
ear.
Walk It Back real quick. Yeah. So I think I'm good for Game Bangers.
Jimmy, how do you feel?
I'll lock
I
that
like
in.
that one.
You like that one?
Yeah.
Cameron?
Formerly known as
Is it
Goof
good to
Troop.
go?
I'm also okay with
Yeah,
it.
I'm with it. I think that I've made my case there. So if we want to go ahead and get a domain purchased.
I gotta talk to someone named Frank Garcia. So,
No way, really.
Yeah, I think so. Same with Goof Troop, by the way.
Same guy?
Frank Garcia again.
No, I wish.
Motherfucker.
That fucking cunt watching live.
Wait, let me see.
It's the
Probably-
son of a bitch downstairs.
he was just typing them in real quick. Hey guys, if you want those names, 20 big ones in the mailbox.
surprised.
I did see that. It was
Probably shouldn't have said his name.
a post. It was
Oh, you know, we can edit that out. So I wonder though.
Thank God we didn't do Goof Troop. I have to contact Disney Enterprises Incorporated. So that was
Thank
gonna be
God
rough.
we swayed our.
Christ.
We're still formerly known
So
as
wait.
Goof Troop Disney, just so you know.
LLC.
Until we looked at the domain.
Yeah, we're just looking at domains right now.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Okay.
This is like for the website.
Right. So I am wondering though.
Thank God we decided.
If
I would hate to have had to walk that back to Game
Yeah.
Bangers.
oops, the viewer.
And at that point, I believe that we would defunct to
That can't be true.
walk it back.
What?
It says, all right, so for Game Bangers with an S, Jimmy Tyrell, again, I should stop saying the name, but the organization's Disney. That's not true.
No.
That can't be true. Let me check Z.
What about with two Z's? Just keep adding Z's on
Z,
there.
Z, X, 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 X. Yeah, there could be something there.
Game Bangers 1, 2, 3.
C1. I think we're...
Do we have? Is it the Game Bangers? Wait, we're talking about the name.
Yeah, for the domain.
What about gang.bangers? Like, make that your...
I mean, we could do like gamebangers.game or something. I'm
What
sure.
if we? Okay, what about this? I thought about this earlier. What if we did?
I
And
mean,
now,
we're-
now y'all are my boys.
Yeah,
What if we spelled game Gaym?
we could do that. I will say,
Game.
does URLs matter that much nowadays?
No, I think that whatever you type in there, you have to get something within the realm of the Game Bangers.
Or you could
Or
say Game Bangers podcast.
Yeah, could you do Game Bangers podcast?
Or pod.
Do you want with an S or a Z? Well, let's see. Z is available.
Yeah, with a Z.
Z for sure.
This is Z for sure.
Yeah,
Hey,
I've
GameBangersPodcast.com
never-
for $12.
I've never thought that S was a even.
Was
that
it
was
class-
not on. That was
It's not a
not.
classy enough letter.
And we can buy a few domains here with game like GameBangers.us is $1, .net, .org, .club, .info.
.club is awesome.
Yeah, fuck, you're right.
.club is so good.
It says ad next to it. I'm not sure why it says that. GameBanger.com is very expensive though, by the way. Just heads up without the Z. I'm not sure why.
What about with an S? I think we get both.
Get about Yeah, just seal it all up, have it all redirect. That's also $1. .us is $1. .com.
So like
I got
dollar
four. I got four.
permanently?
I got four in my pocket. Do you want to just?
Just seal it up right now.
I got $4.
I got like a 20. I got 20 in one of these pockets. Or maybe one. Shit, where's the 20?
I don't know
Shit.
how this domain stuff works. What do you buy it for $1 and then what happens?
So
You're then able to commandeer it with a website that you
Yeah.
create.
Yeah, you buy it and then you buy hosting for it.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple stuff.
Now you know.
Yeah, now you know.
If you were confused.
So
now
I'm
you know.
thinking that over the course of this, you could go from the beginning of the video to the very end, and you'll see that it has gotten darker. I feel like the batteries on here have started over the past hour and a half. I wasn't
You're right,
able to
it
look
is
directly
darker
at the
in here.
light.
It is definitely darker in here.
Yeah, the lights are giving out. They're battery powered. We replaced the batteries right before this, but yeah,
It's definitely a twilight right now.
Yeah.
Alright, well cool. So we are decided on Game Bangers.
Yeah.
Alright. Game Bangers is the name of the podcast.
Did you check Game Bangerz, formerly known as GoopTroop.com?
Formerly. No, that's Goop. How do they even make URLs this? Alright, let's see.
have the other ones
Only
redirected.
$12
Oh,
for Game Bangers, formerly known as GoopTroop.com.
it's a steal.
Yes.
It's a steal.
You can buy 3 and save 69%.
I'm honestly, I would love, like I was gonna say this earlier. I don't think I finished my thought. If in like a year from now, somehow, some way, we had some sort of following to this, I would love that there's people trying to type in, Game Bangers, formerly known as GoopTroop.com, because they're just a big fan.
On their phone,
True.
because
They,
that's how everyone
they have
operates.
I have a cult following over here.
At
I'm
a certain
pretty sure.
point, hosting will get expensive though, because we're hosting like 13 different websites.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely worth it.
At least $1,000 a year just for that joke for all 3 of them. Yeah. All right, so
That
alright,
can be
where's
the
Game Bangers?
fan where they discuss the show. Kind of like a Chris Hardwick kind of thing. They can just go discuss
Oh
the show
yeah,
on there.
after
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
after show. Oh,
yeah, after the
good.
pod.
Talking Game Bangers.
Yeah.
Talking goofs.
Yeah.
Also, talking goofs. Could we consider that for the name of the
Should the
podcast?
goofs
Yeah,
be the
yeah. Actually,
fans?
let's look up Talking
Do we
Goose real
have
quick.
any- Did you use your
Breaking
card yet?
goofs.
You can kind of throw it in now.
Yeah, your boy's coming in with talking goofs.
Push it to the top.
Yeah.
Alright, we got that. And alright, I
You're
think
fucking right about these lights.
yeah, these lights are way darker.
It's much better for our eyes. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I will say, I didn't even notice it until you called it out either. Now I'm looking at it like, holy
Yeah,
shit.
you
what
can
is
see
this
like the
getting?
individual bulbs on there now. Before it was just a blinding light. So
Cool lights
Yeah.
though.
Well, we've definitely gotten darker with the room, so
Yeah. They're tanning of the LEDs.
Yeah.
Alright, I think that's it. I think, do we end it right there? I think we got it.
I suppose. Well, thanks for watching the Game Bangers?
Game-
The Game Bangers podcast, and we'll see you in the next one.
Next
Goodbye.
time the game bangers are gonna fuck your bitch.
With dice.
Would you die to and be abusing? Unsure intentions, are you